Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our final HobbyPlex After Hours of 2021. This is it. I'm done after this for the year. We usually take a little break. There's usually not a whole lot of YouTube content for Christmas break, just because we're usually so busy in the store that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for us to do so. So I got carbon fiber shock towers for my Cougar LD2 that I finally had a full, successful weekend of racing 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to, instead of these, I don't even know what to call those. They're not plastic, but they're not carbon fiber either. So we're going to change them out just because. So this will be fun. We all survived the storm today. How did you guys fare out? Omaha and Nebraska and Iowa all had some pretty beefy storms today. My dad lives in Jefferson, Iowa, and he dodged a bullet. There was a tornado that went right south of his of where he lives, so that was kind of scary. Oh, there's that. I was looking for that. Oh man. Daniel Bender, will we ever have 1/8 racing in the summer? No, not really. No. Been there, done that. Never say never, but it won't be like a series or something. Maybe it would be a weekend race of some sort. But nope. Our schedule works really well for us. We've got the summer series in the summer for 10 scale cars, and we've got the winter series in the winter for 8 scale cars. So I have no plans to change that at all. Did it push you guys closer to Canada? Unfortunately, no. Didn't look like it. It was so quick too. Like, you know, all these warnings and stuff were coming out, and I was kind of like, at first I was thinking most of the really gnarly stuff was going to go north, and then Lincoln, Nebraska, which is 45 minutes southwest of here, it ended up, they got their first warning, and I'm like, uh-oh, because basically, usually what happens is, if something happens in Lincoln, it travels up I-80 in Omaha. But Omaha has this thing where it's called the OMA bubble. The Omaha bubble. The OMA bubble. OMA bubble. That's a terrible word to say. But there's this theory that there's basically like a bubble around the Omaha metro that makes storms basically either lose their intensity or fall apart completely or go right around it. So yeah, and that seemed to strike again here in Omaha. We didn't really get the worst of it. I thought I took a live stream video on Facebook, and I kind of thought that I saw something, but it's so easy to be fooled by that, you know, by just the cloud structure and everything when it's just a gust front. So I don't know. I don't really know. Mason Herrick says, at least you don't have to worry about your hair getting messed up. Dude, so my hair is awesome. now. I'm never cutting my hair ever again. Ever. It's like a brand now, you know? Emerson got out of school an hour early. I think they were more worried about like the school buses and stuff. I don't blame them. That was a good idea. At first I was like, man, what a bunch of pansies. But then I'm like, well, a lot of kids get bused now, so it kind of made sense to me to change that up, or to have them leave an hour early. I get it. Plus, after what happened in Kentucky, I think there's a definite thought that, you know, nobody wants to be liable for anything if anything were to happen. You know, if they had a chance to let kids go early from school and then they didn't, you know, and then a school got hit by a tornado, wouldn't that kind of make for a liability situation, I guess? I was going to work on Emerson's nitro car tonight, but his clutch bells didn't show up. I got him we need to use a different clutch bell for this clutch I got him. And we actually didn't have any in stock at the Plex, which felt kind of dumb about. So they're supposed to be here today. They didn't show up today. So they'll get to the store tomorrow, and then I'll work on getting those set up for him, I guess. May or may not make a nitro race this year for the Techno Series. It's just so much work, you know? I don't know. I kind of manufactured my own little front wing. It's not really a front wing. It's more like just a front. I mean, it's kind of a front wing. Kind of blocks that air from getting in there. Kind of works, I guess. John, yeah, they're coming from A Main, so they should be here. They'll probably be here middle of next week. In fact, I kind of need to look at that before I go to bed tonight. Get on our A Main distributor. So A Main's not just a online hobby shop anymore. They're a pretty good distributor. They have a lot of the really racy stuff in stock most of the time, you know, and especially techno stuff comes in stock pretty quick at A Main. That's where we get a lot of our like Schumacher tires and stuff like that. So, but yeah, they're coming. They'll be middle of next week, hopefully. See. What? Big pair of pliers?
That were sitting on the steps.
I don't have them. Emerson must have done something with them.
I just ate your tires.
I got these. Okay. All right, front shock tower's in. Look at that. Carbon fiber. We'll do the rear one now. This is easy. This is going to take me no time. I need to get some cool wing buttons for this car. I usually run red wing buttons, but they're on my new B6 over there. this weekend at the Plex is Family Friday Off-Road, and I'll be running the races Friday. And then our last carpet off-road syndicate of the year. In fact, it's going to be almost a month before we race carpet off-road again. It'll be the, what is it, the 18th, and then we don't race again until the 15th of January, so almost a full month before we're back on the carpet. It's crazy. And then I just sent out my info for the triple scoop. We're going to be doing that again. That was pretty fun. We gave away gift certificates to Dairy Queen for the top 3 in each class for this 3-race series. It was pretty good. Kind of a fun deal. Just something different. And then the carpet crash-in is February 26th. And then March 5th, we go back to racing on the dirt full time. So all of you guys that are waiting to race Saturdays on the dirt, March 5th. Does that mean live stream Family Friday? Yeah, I think I should be able to do main event live stream Friday night. Friday night's a different kind of night. It's usually pretty crazy. Really need to figure out what to do on my 8 scale. I am at a loss with my techno car for high bite. When our track gets so grippy like that, it is kind of difficult for me to drive, you know. And I haven't been able to nail it down. And I think that front shock tower with the different location is going to help out a ton. So I need to get those in myself, actually. There was a question up here, how do I get started in nitro racing? I mean, you kind of have to just get a car and start making mistakes more than anything. Dumb stuff happens for no reason when you're dealing with nitro, so it's just one of those things that you got to be prepared for. Can I sell my shirts and hats at RC tracks? I mean, I guess so. I mean, at the HobbyPlex, I don't think we'd care. You know, if that's the extent of it. We definitely don't allow people to sell parts or anything like that. You know, we've had issues with that in the past. But shirts and hats, that's a different thing, in my opinion. You know, since I got this car, I might just play with the shocks a little bit tonight too. Kind of had a thought about going lighter in oil than I had previous. At least in the front. Kind of felt like it was almost too thick. And I lost some steering. What was that? That was loud. What else is going on out there? There's 15 people watching right now. I know not everywhere around the country had crazy weather like we did. I'm excited for this weekend. I kind of missed carpet off-road a little bit. Never thought I'd hear myself say that, but I kind of did. I think I had such a positive weekend the week before where I made it the full day without breaking this thing. And the track was so much fun too that I was just kind of like, man, I want to race again, you know? So I think we're going to change the track layout just a hair. I think I'm going to change the jumps that we had in the front. And but the rest of the track should be very similar. And it should be really fun. Overall, this car is pretty fun. This Schumacher, it's the first time I've ever owned a Schumacher. It's crazy. I've bought Associated Losi. I had a Kyosho for a short period of time. But never a Schumacher. So, and Yokomo. I had a Yokomo for a full season. That was a pretty fun car to drive. And, yeah, I don't know. I think there's potential. I think I just need a little bit more time on the car, too. So that's another reason why I'm excited for this weekend. I want to get back out there on the track. And, those carbon towers are cool. I don't know if they'll really change anything. Like, you know, I mean, they might be stiffer, I guess, than whatever this is. Because this is like a... not carbon fiber, but it's definitely some sort of... maybe fiberglass? So, I don't know. We'll see what that does. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it and drive it on Saturday and see what happens. So, there we go. That was easy. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to do this one. I was going to do that AT-AT over there, but I think instead... I think I'm going to start on my Mandalorian. So I got a couple Bandai kits, and I don't know if you guys can see. I got my AT-AT right there, and I think I'm just going to leave that one because I just finished my X-Wing. Is there going to be a carpet crash-in? Yes, Daniel. It's an RC sign-up right now. You can actually sign up for the race right now. We don't have a flyer yet, but I mentioned earlier that I just sent off all the info to get the flyers made for me. Check out my X-Wing here. I still need to put the stickers on, but my inner nerd really comes out here. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if you guys can see this very well or not. But these are little red missiles. But, you know, if you can see that, yeah, they're missiles though, for sure. And then I just gotta put stickers on my X-wing. But I definitely built the Red 5 version of it, and pretty happy with it. Didn't take me very long. These Bandai kits, you know, they're intricate, but they're not too crazy. So it's pretty cool. I get all geeked out with that sort of thing. So I got a little change of pace here from RC Cars. We're gonna do the Mandalorian, and I think I'm gonna build him with the Darksaber for sure. Peter just got a rare Leia Lego minifigure from the UK. Wow. That's the thing about, there's not a whole lot of the big three. Like there's a Luke Skywalker and Han Solo Bandai in Stormtrooper gear, but there's not like I want to see like a Jedi Return of the Jedi Luke, you know, with the green lightsaber. I don't know. Or a Leia from like a Leia from New Hope with R2-D2. That'd be an awesome Bandai to build, actually. But I just don't think they can get the rights for him. I think it gets kind of tricky because I'm pretty sure that Mark Hamill's got the rights to his own stuff, or at least Lucasfilm does. So, I mean, obviously, these guys got to get the rights anyways. But I think there's something that when you're dealing with the big three, where they kind of own their own. They kind of own their own likeness, I guess. That's the word I was trying to say, was likeness. There's a lot of pieces of this one. Rod Case has a question. So is a carpet club racing between the Syndicate and the last race, between the Syndicate last race and the crash-in? There's 3 races. I just looked over the dates today. It's January 29th. Let's see, January 29th, February 12th, and February 19th, I think. And those are this year's Triple Scoop, which it's just a name I wanted to give, because last year we ended up, the way the schedule worked out, last year we ended up with 3 club races between the J Concepts race and springtime, because of how the winter schedule always works when you're dealing with our carpet crash-in and the Techno Series finals, the TCS race, right? So it just kind of worked out to where we had those 3 races. And then, you know, I know by the time March comes around, it seems like everybody's kind of itching to get back into dirt racing. So I figured we'd start dirt in March, and it just worked out for the schedule. So it's the Syndicate, and then I think there's a week gap. So the 22nd is just a random club race with nothing real special attached to it. And then the 29th, February 12th, February 19th is our Triple Scoop. And then the crash-in, and then the following week after that, we're on dirt, just like that. So it all happens. It sounds like it's a ways away, but I mean, it really isn't. Peter, I had some guy. I was selling him. I've been selling a lot of stuff on eBay uh, because the government changed our rules for online shopping. So or buying. Gosh darn it, I'm so tired. Um, Online sellers, right? So uh, for a while, it was the Wild West, and then they the our government got their hands into online sellers, and if you did over 20 grand worth of sales, you got slapped with a 1099, right? And I never get close to that, so I never really worried about it. Well, starting in 2022, if you sell more than $600 online, or you get payments for goods and services in PayPal for over $600, or Venmo, or any of those, you get slapped with a 1099 tax form. So basically, I had a whole bunch of stuff that I was kind of saving up to kind of disperse throughout the year because that's what I do. I buy stuff and then I work on it and I turn around, I sell it on eBay, and I use that money to kind of pay off, my RC fund, right? It's just kind of like my own thing, and that's gonna have to go away because I don't want to get a tax form, for stuff I'm basically taking a loss on, right? Um, so I've been selling a lot of stuff on eBay. Anyways, I sold a monster beetle, and the guy in Canada, I don't know why the global shipping thing didn't turn on, but the guy was like, "How much to ship to Canada?" And I'm like, "Wow, it's gonna be a lot." And a couple days went by and I didn't hear anything, so I canceled it. And then I felt bad, so I offered it up again, and I said, "Look, I'll put it on an auction. Just offer me 170 bucks or whatever it was, and I'll accept it, and then I'll ship it to you." And then that never seemed to materialize. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I don't know why the Canada thing didn't. Because normally you like have the eBay's got this global shipper thing where you ship it to this eBay spot and then they take care of the rest for you, and it doesn't come any extra out of your pocket. Yeah, actually, Peter, so any with YouTube, the rules here in the states are if you make more than $500 in a year, you get a tax form from YouTube or from Google, and uh, last year was the first year that I made more than 200 or $500 for the year. So yeah, they're absolutely taxable. But it is what it is. The YouTube thing's fun and it's a hobby, and I'm glad I can monetize the channel, but it's definitely not a form of income in any real shape or way. It just basically kind of pays for itself right now. I kind of use anything I make from YouTube to turn around and like buy a light or a new project that I can put on YouTube. It kind of just cycles itself around, really. Rustler Burger. That's a great username. Do I buy a Typhoon 6S or a Slash? Well, those are two completely different vehicles, man. Uh, you're looking at like, I mean, if you had the money, I'd get a Typhoon for sure. If you're not worried about how much it's going to cost. Typhoons are fast, they're fun. Um, you can fling them off of big jumps, and we had when we did the Armageddon thing at the Plex, I think we had a Typhoon actually win it. I think they were the winner because with all that power, they were able to jump a little bit higher and all that than everybody else. So Gundam figurines are crazy because each one of these represents a joint. So because they've got completely movable shoulders, torso, arms, everything. So every single one of these is a joint. So when you're putting one of these Bandais together, you get to you get to do all that movement and stuff in his torso. So, and then just like any other model, so everything's labeled, right? So you got a B, and this should be C, and another C, a D. Oh, this is A. What am I saying? A, C. Here's your weapons. It's got his guns there and his hands to fit into each one of these. And then there's the Darksaber. That's interesting. Yeah, it was $50. It was 49 something something to ship the box from my house to somewhere in Ontario. New usernames on here with a U. That's pretty cool. Hey. All right, A6. A6. Where's my X-Acto knife at? There we go. So the other thing about the Bandais is just the flashing. You really got to make sure that the flashing doesn't impede putting anything together, right? So there's a little bit of flashing, you just got to take it off. Some of the model guys, they'll use, you know, little nips or even a little bit of sandpaper to wipe that away. I don't really care that much. John Haas, no D-bag. There's a D. Yeah, I mean, there's a D, but it's not in a bag, so no D-bag. No D-bag. And you know what's crazy is I'm really happy that they came out with The Mandalorian because my Boba Fett, I was going to paint him to make him look like The Mandalorian. And then season 2 came around, and you know, if you haven't seen it by now, sorry about your luck, but Boba Fett shows up and I'm like, oh crap, well okay, I'll just keep Boba Fett around then. So I got my Boba, and now I get to make my Mandalorian. God, I wish they would come out with Ahsoka. If they came out with an Ahsoka Bandai model, I'd be so happy. I think this weekend is going to be a good turnout overall. I think just because it's kind of our last one of the year, because basically after Saturday, well, I should say after Sunday, there's basically no racing for 2 weeks straight. So I think that I think it's going to be pretty good turnout altogether. I'll probably race my e-buggy, even though I don't feel like it. And then Saturday, speaking of YouTube money, I think the little bit that I have in my account, we're going to buy a couple catering packs of Raisin Canes for everybody that comes down on Saturday. So it's going to be really good. It's going to be a lot of fun. Canes is tasty. And then I did get our first part of our 1/24th scale crawling course done at the Plex. I got to make 8 panels, 8 total panels for the course, but I wanted to do the first 3 just to kind of get a a feel for what I want to do, and I am going to make a video. I think I'm going to use this camera for the video, and the first 3 turned out really, really good. So I'm confident now that I can do a video and not look like an idiot. That's always my big thing. Renault's got no canes up there. It's crazy. I watched a was watching something. I can't remember. I think it was Crowder, and he like showed a picture of Detroit and then Canada. And is it? Sorry if I sound dumb, but isn't it Toronto that's like right across from? I should just look on a phone. And yeah, yeah, the 2 weeks thing is just it's just normally the day after Christmas is our busiest day of the entire year. And then it stays that way for basically the entire week. So the week between Christmas and New Year's is oh, that's right, Toronto and Buffalo. That's the thing. See, you got this magic device in your hands that you can just look and not be dumb. Oh, there's nothing really there. It's just they call it Tecumseh, but it was just it was an interesting thing to look at because you could see like the GM building, and then over here was Canada. Like no. Maybe it was on Reddit. Maybe I saw that picture on Reddit. I think it was on Reddit because they were talking about how you got two countries on either side, but no matter what, you don't want to swim in the middle of it, no matter what happens. Yeah, you're right. Forgot about that. I'll be right back. I'm disappearing again in the middle of the show. So my back is really bugging me today, and it's like everything I do causes me minor pain. Oh, okay. See, I know. I thought I saw a picture. Windsor. Here. That even sounds Canadian. All right, so we got Mr. Torso here. So I hope that I'm gonna. I have this plan to buy my brother-in-law this giant Star Trek model that I got to put together, and it's a glue model, and I'm not a big model person, so it seems like a very daunting task for me to do, but if I can complete it and it looks great, and they can display it at the podcasting studio, I think that'd be really kind of something neat, you know, something truly to like, I don't know, cherish, I guess. Because these are kind of easy. You just do it and they snap together, and it's not a huge deal. I meant to ask Rod Case if you haven't checked out his YouTube channel. He's got a lot of our racing videos from the HobbyPlex. But I wanted to see if those foams worked out for you. Did they fit on the front of your car? Because I couldn't remember if they were Losi or if they were associated foams. I know the rears would work, but I wasn't sure about the fronts. He was just at a track called Island Raceway, and it's in eastern Iowa. And they have black carpet like we do, and they have these two massive wall rides they come into it like this, and they go like this, and they come down, and then they do it again, and then they come down again. It's really cool. If we had the room, I would love to do some sort of wall ride, but we unfortunately do not have the room because we have to pick everything up, you know. Yeah, that's right. That guy Sefrud, he sent those to me a while back when we first started doing carpet to try to talk us into running foams, and I don't want to run foams. But I think I had my Losi car at the time still, so. A9. So I think this is his neck, actually, that we're doing right now. Where did that go? Oh, there you go. He was able to trade. That's always good. So that. And that guy. Any of you guys watch the Hawkeye? The Hawkeye. I sound like somebody that's old. Hawkeye on Disney Plus. I watched it last night at 2 a.m. Probably stayed up a little later than I should have. A8. So, funny you should say that because I think I showed this on the last time, but I kind of want to reuse a track of ours from a while back for the J Concepts race this year, and you guys can see that, but this is basically a dirt wall ride. So I've built this before. It takes a lot of dirt to do it, and you got to reinforce the back wall that we have. So I have to go back there and take a bunch of 2x4s and have it go against the building so it doesn't get crushed, right? But I definitely think I'm going to bring back this for sure. I'm not sure about this over here. I might change a little bit of that, but at least this part with this wall right here, I think we're going to bring back for the J Concepts race. I think it's going to be really good. Yeah, John, I think WandaVision was the same way. Like the first 2 episodes, it almost like turned people off, you know? They brought them out back to back, and then when you're done with it, a lot of the feedback was negative, and I liked WandaVision a lot. I liked I've liked all the Marvel Disney Plus series so far, but they do start off slow. They do. Episode 3 really picked it up. This last episode was pretty slow, so if you want something with a bunch of action and stuff, you know, episode 6 definitely not, or episode 5, I'm sorry, it's definitely not there yet. But I don't know. I think they're using all the Disney Plus shows to set up all the next movies, you know, and at least that's what I'm pretty sure they're doing. So I'm giving it some some room to grow before I gripe about anything. I'm also watching Star Trek Discovery now, and I just started season 3. They're in the middle of season 4 right now, and I don't know about that one. It's weird. Like, Star Trek: The Next Generation had action, but it wasn't in your face all the time. You know, kung fu battles and light, you know, blaster battles and all this other stuff. And that's kind of what Star Trek Discovery kind of is. And I don't know if I like it or not. But that's another one that at least there's, you know, 14 or 15 episodes in a season. You can kind of let it grow on you a little bit, I guess. Okay. So this, oh, A18. Here we go. And then this goes like that. You hear a little pop. And then this must be his neck. And it goes like this. There we go. We have a torso. Whee! All right. Oh, check this out. Get his cape out. Everybody in Star Wars has capes. That's something you don't see in real world, is people with capes. You know, wouldn't that be cool if we all walked around with capes? There'd be just something about having a cape. So D20, which is this guy. Hey, what are you doing? And goes like that, like that.
Look at what we had down here for during the storm.
Like this. So it looks like this goes like this. Oh wait, hold on. Man, they made the cape really intricate. So you pull him back like so. Travis Clancy's on here. Hello, Travis Clancy. Yeah, Farmer Phil and Iowa RC Tracks are two of the old school, original, busy YouTubers from our area that spend a lot of time doing YouTube for all of our races. I enjoy going back to what Chili Duncan has on Iowa RC Tracks, and just watching some of the old Hobby Haven races that are on there. And Farmer Phil's got the Nats. I think I've talked about this before. He's got like YouTube going all the way back to the his track in Grimes, Iowa that was outside. And there's some classic Alex, Mack, and Dewey battles on there. Justin Dewey. And then he's got the 2003 Roar Nats in Chillicothe, Missouri. That were pretty epic. And then this comes down like this. Why'd they make this cape so complicated?
Oh, they're metal?
And then, yeah, I put a bunch of cool stuff to it, too.
Nice. Like what?
Let's see. And
Just
then
the back?
this... Whoops, I gotta put this up here.
Dude, it's
Oh,
heavy.
so complicated.
Dude, I want to jam like an 8-scale motor.
There we go. Like that. And then this goes back like this. I think. Right? Haha! Oh, it's soft too. It's like a... It feels like my cat's butt. Kind of. Not that I've actually put my finger on my cat's butt. I'm just saying. Look at that. That's pretty neat.
That's on the internet forever.
I know. That's pretty cool. Let's see. E. A, B, C, D. B, C, D. E. Is that what this is? Peter just put now bedazzle it. That's pretty funny. What are you doing? Hey, you're not gonna chop that up because we're gonna use that eventually. It's got a full interior. So don't get any bright ideas.
Can I put this ring light on your thing? So I don't have to keep on.
Huh? No, you're not supposed to be in here anyways.
Says who?
It says me. Okay, so here's that, and then this one. So this is his belt, like his utility belt. Attach while avoiding the cloth cloak. They call it a cloak. That's great. It's a cloak.
I need to redo this. I also need to fix the lights.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this... You gotta like get this out of the way a little bit. And then... All these guys that watch that watch this show or will watch the show that are used to like RC stuff are gonna be like, what the heck is going on? Oh man. It's so tiny. Rod Case just asked if the wind was still going. It is. It's definitely still going. Hasn't really let up at all. It actually, I mean, it was definitely very windy when the storm came through, but it actually stayed windy after the storm was past. It just kept blowing and blowing and blowing. You could hear it in the store. I think our trash cans outside the Plex were getting messed up quite a bit. I know I picked them up a couple times. Dang it, this is really tight in here to get this shoulder wrap thing. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got it. See? Throw his cape back. Oh, now I get to do his head. D10.
I need to go get zip ties and roulette.
Are you racing Friday?
Yeah.
No, you're working Friday.
Yeah, I can still.
Well, you
race.
work till 7, so you'll be able to race. Yes, everybody. My son applied on his own at the Plex and now has a job at the Plex. So, not that I wouldn't, not that I didn't want him to work there, but he'll work, I believe, Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So that'll be good. That'll be fun. We just don't want him to like not do what I tell him to do when he's at work, because he already does that enough here, right? So F3. John, full disclosure, I actually told him I really didn't want him to work there, but I was kind of worried about, how it would look, I guess. But it'll be fine. He'll be fine. I just don't want anybody like, because these kids of ours, especially when they're brand new, they make a mistake here and there, and a lot of our clientele, they're not very tolerant of that, and you're just like, dude, like, it's a kid, let them, they'll figure it out, but you got to let these guys kind of make a mistake. I don't know.
What the heck?
So I'm kind of protective, I guess. Like this guy today. This guy today called. Oh, I got a great story for you guys too. But this guy today called and he was upset that his repair wasn't done yet, and you're just like, totally understand. Unfortunately, especially this time of year, it's really hard to get repairs done because we're busy, and customers that are in the store, they're they got to come first. That's just the way it is. And he thought I was getting lippy with him, and I disagreed. And then before he hung up, he wanted my name, and I'm just like, my name's Alex.
I'm bringing you to corporate, god damn it.
Yeah, I guess, whatever. I mean, I wasn't mean to him. I just told him the truth. I just tell people the truth. I don't beat around the bush. If we can't get your stuff done right away because we have to help customers that are in the store, I'm like, hey, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Customers in the store got to come before a customer repair. We try our best to get it done, but sometimes if we're super busy, unfortunately, you got to wait. But You know, it's people like that I'm gonna worry about. Anyways, okay, all right. Story of the night. So I'm building the crawler course on Tuesday, and instead of trying to screw, I'm building these tiny little bridges, right, for 124 scale trucks, and instead of using screws, which will split the wood, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna glue these bridges together, right? And so I needed some glue, so I went to Tractor Supply Company. Tractor Supply Company happens to be in a very busy intersection at rush hour, because it's the only way into Walmart. There's a gas station there that's very popular, and all these people are going home from work and all that, right? And so I go in, I find one bottle of Gorilla wood glue, which works really well, by the way, and buy it, and I come out, and I know better. There's a parking lot, and there's usually a line of cars in front of Tractor Supply Company, and so you know, at least I do, that if you're in Tractor Supply Company, you're better off going down here and then coming up, because otherwise, if you come out here, you're basically at the mercy of somebody letting you in. Not everybody lets everybody in. Earlier, when I wanted to turn into Tractor Supply, this nice lady, don't drop my
I'm
tools.
not gonna drop
Close
the
it.
I thought you would have needed some.
No, this nice lady let me in, right? And so I get out there, and we're waiting for the light to turn green up there. And the problem is with where they put a Casey's is the same problem. You're basically at the mercy of anybody that lets you in during this time, because it's a super long line. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but a lot of people in Omaha are jerks, and they don't let people in. And so I was waiting, and I saw this truck. He'd been there basically the whole time. Like, I saw him as I was exiting the parking lot out of Tractor Supply. And so the light turned green, got a little bit of room. I looked over and went like this. And the guy didn't see me at first, and then he went, and then right as he went, the guy behind me started honking his horn, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and I'm like, what's going on? It was like a split second. It was so quick between me letting this guy in and the guy going, right? And about a year and a half, maybe 2 years now, earlier, I was in a situation where I was coming out of that gas station, and I had plenty of room. There was a bus, like a school bus down here, a short bus at that, right? so there was a bus way down here, plenty of room. So I pulled out in front of them. Then in front of me was a red light. This lady was here at Tractor Supply, again, at the mercy of anybody that wants to let her in. And so I let her in, and this bus, the driver of the bus freaked out and started honking his horn, waving his arms, and cussing at me and stuff like that. And we were at a red light, so we weren't going to go anywhere, right? And so that time, I was like, man, this bus driver is just going at me. And he kept honking after we were done. And we were still at a red light, so we weren't going anywhere. So that time, I jumped out of my car, and I ran up to the bus driver, and I was like, dude, like, where are we going to go? Why are you honking at me? This is so stupid. And I thought to myself, after the whole thing was all over, that I should have done what I just did to this guy. So we're back to this guy. He's freaking out behind me. And now I'm like, all right, you know what? You're not going anywhere, bro. And so we had a green light. That didn't matter. I went really, really slow on purpose. And went super slow, super slow. I'm watching my rearview mirror, and the guy's like, freaking out. And so I get up, and it turns yellow, and I'm like, yes, my plan is going to go in motion. So basically what happens is you're sitting at that light. If you want to turn right, you can, because the cross traffic does get a green arrow to come this way. And so all these guys have to wait. So then I'm sitting there, and in a normal world, if this guy would have honked his horn so quickly and freaked out on me for no reason, I would have just went, and everything would have been fine. But I had a plan. And so basically, I just sat there. Now, let me tell you something. I can't stand it when people don't turn right on red when it's clearly okay to do so. I hate it. It's one of the worst things about Omaha drivers is they will get up there, and if nobody's coming, and they don't go. I hate it. I hate it, right? But in this instance, that's what I did. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, And this guy's freaking out even more now. He's like, honk, honk, honk. And he finally, like, was honking his horn super loud. And for that matter, the owner of the Plex was on the phone with me. And so he could hear honking, so he knew something was up. And so finally, I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited for this light to turn red, the red arrow, and for everybody to get a green. And then these guys started going, and there's a long line of like 30 cars behind them. And they started going, and I went, whoop, and I pulled out right in front of those guys. Didn't cut them off, but came close enough. But it was fine. And then that guy that was so impatient and had to honk for me being nice and letting a guy in who'd been sitting there for a long time, had to wait for a whole nother light cycle before he was able to go. So if you're actually by some weird chance watching this, you suck, and you should not honk at people when they're being nice here in Omaha, especially when you're not going anywhere. Like, if you wouldn't have honked at me, we all would have gotten through the light and everything would have been fine. But you're not watching the show, so I'm not worried about it. But it was great. It was one of the greatest moments of driving I've had in the last couple years.
I hope he is watching.
And I was so happy. I was ecstatic. I had to tell everybody I knew about it because it was so funny. So, oh yeah, it was great. It was awesome. But that intersection sucks. So, I work normally like anywhere from 10 to noon until 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So I never really see rush hour traffic that much. Sometimes if I'm hungry and I go on lunch, it's a lot, if it happens to be 5:30, all the fast food joints are kind of out of the way, so it's not terrible, but everybody has moved out of the city to Bennington and Blair and Ponca Hills and Irvington and all that stuff, so it's just kind of like all these cars have come from nowhere for this thing. But yeah, it was great. It was wonderful. That guy sucks. Screw that guy. So there you go. That's my story. That's my story of the day. It was awesome. And then this guy. Oh my God! This guy, our Finny, got surgery. Not surgery. I don't know, what do you call that?
It was surgery.
It was kind of surgery. He had 5 teeth taken out of his mouth because he doesn't brush, and he had bad teeth, and they were really bothering him, and it's crazy. Like for a day and a half, he was on that stuff that gets him out of anesthesia, so his eyes were like
he was high.
Plates, and he was basically high for a day and a half, and now he's like a whole new cat. He's all happy.
He's not pissy.
And he's not pissy anymore, and he runs around and chases after our girl cat, even though they're both, but he's like a whole new cat now. He's like a active, fun cat. Maybe he'll lose some weight and won't be our big fat Finny anymore.
He's so fat.
He's so fat. But yeah, he's only got one fang now, which is awesome.
Yeah, he let me look at him. Have you seen him yet?
Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah.
See, he don't care.
Doesn't care.
He's hairy though.
Yeah,
I don't know if
he gets hair everywhere.
I don't know if I like all that hair everywhere. He comes down here and he sits on this chair back here and he leaves hair all over the place. All right, you got to get down. Oh my God. All right, back to what do we got? We got another 20 minutes, and then we'll shut her down. We're gonna try to get as far as we can here with my my Mandalorian. So there's Mando's helmet now on, so, and his cape. If you're wondering, we actually do have him in stock at the Plex right now. We also got what did we get? Got a couple other ones too. We got some Stormtroopers the other day, and we got the ATST, which I built over here.
Oh my God.
What else did we get in stock? I think we got Vader back in, so A13, where are you at? Oh, right here. Oh man, it's his pelvis. We're building Mandalorian's pelvis. I'm gonna do the pelvic thrust. And then all the joints right here. PC 6 right here. So these will connect his legs when you when we start doing his legs. And having done the Boba Fett, I kind of already have a feel for how they go. It goes torso, chest and torso, and then your head, and then your the pelvis, and then they'll make you do the arms and the legs, and then you can figure out what you're gonna have for his weaponry and stuff. So,
Shit.
okay, so that goes.
Any body clips, we have body clips.
Like this. And this one goes like that. Another big pet peeve of mine when driving is when the child that you're driving, that you're teaching how to drive, drives way too close to the curb the whole time.
Oh my god.
That's
It's not that big of a deal.
that's really annoying. That's another pet peeve of mine.
You should calm down.
It's also very another pet peeve is when the child that you're or the young man that you're teaching how to drive doesn't use turn signals. That drives a person nuts, makes you crazy. Probably should do that. Probably should use turn signals all the time, even if nobody's around, because you never know who's around.
You never know. Car might just appear out.
Maybe,
of nowhere.
dude. That's how I got my stop sign ticket. Could have swore there was nobody around, and poof, I got busted from a cop for slow rolling a stop sign.
Dude, this thing looks sweet. I want to put an 8th scale motor in this.
No, you're not going to put an 8 scale
Yeah.
motor in that.
Dude, you know how sweet that'd be?
I need to use that next summer for stock slash.
That's not stock.
I know. That's why I don't want to put an 8 scale motor in it.
That's not stock, so it wouldn't matter anyways.
I'm not going to buy another slash. That's our slash. And I want to have one for stock slash next year for the truck series.
That's not like the stock motor.
Yeah, I'm going to put it all back
Oh. Why?
because that's what I'm going to do.
It's stupid.
Well, all the Traxxas prices went up, so I'm not going to buy a new slash. We got a slash. We're going to use it. Yeah, stock slash next year for the truck series, guys.
We need to get the upgraded shocks. I really wish you wouldn't have sold our Super Slash.
Yeah.
Traded it or whatever you did with it.
Yeah, I know. But at the time, it felt like the right thing to do. Okay. As you can see here, so his legs are going to attach to these, and then you can make him do all sorts of cool stuff. So there we go. Haha! Alright, so they're going to make you do the legs first. So there you go. Legs. We're going to be doing the legs. A1. A1.
Dude, the lizard is so fat.
Yeah, she is.
Like, she gets like 3 times bigger every time I get back from school.
Yeah. A2. PC5. Truck series, Rod. Truck series, not summer series. Sorry. I think the truck series thing worked out really well last year. It kind of gave us a break from the intensity of the summer series and allowed us to have some of the classes that can't quite fit in to the summer series. So I like that. That was pretty fun. We just need more of them this year. We just need a few more. Because stock slash is a blast. Stevie Slover is on here. Stevie, I thought you guys were going to come up to the Plex and race sometime. Thought I got a message a while back, a couple weeks ago. What happened?
There we go. Dude, I wanna make like an American flag coming out of here, so I can fly when I'm racing.
I want to fly when I'm racing. All right, there's his little Beskar cover right there. A20. A20. So I took about half of my Star Wars Bandai collection to my sister's, and I kept some of the more intricate ones over here. So she's got the Revell Star Destroyer, the Revell Vader's TIE Fighter, the Revell Kylo Ren shuttle, or no, ship from Last Jedi. She's got my Millennium Falcon, my Imperial shuttle, a Clone Wars shuttle. I think I had a Revell Poe Dameron X-Wing that she's got, and a First Order TIE Fighter is all at my sister's studio. So sometime we'll have to see if we can get a camera to like move around and show you guys the epic collection that's at the webrized.com studio. But I got the B-Wing, the ATST, Red 5, Boba, Kylo Ren, Yoda, Vader, and then I have a classic Emperor, which is awesome. Hey, grab the Emperor. Grab Palps right there.
Peel this off.
Huh? No, I don't want to peel it off. I'm busy.
Is it sitting?
Grab Palps right there. Check this out. Yeah, it's a little dusty. Palps. Oh, that's weird. But yeah, I got Emperor Palpatine right here. This was an applause video piece before Star Wars got. I think it's before Star Wars got all sorts of crazy with their marketing, merchandising, because it's applause video. So it's like super old. 1995. Lucasfilm Limited. Emperor Palpatine.
How much are those worth?
I don't know,
You should look it up.
but I think his hand glows in the dark. So I think if I turned the lights off, his hand would actually glow. All right, here, put him back. Grab me the Kenner blockade runner. Let's check this out. So I found this at a garage sale
It snaps.
for $9. I bought it for $9. It's a Kenner blockade runner, or what's the captain's name from New Hope? Anyways, what's really cool about this one, I might have showed you guys this before, now that I think about it, but where's it at? There's a button.
It's on top.
Is it on top? Oh yeah. Isn't that cool? I think it's so cool. Anyways, okay, put that back. Still works. You know, they had a Star Destroyer version of that, and I've seen them on eBay, and they're just ungodly amounts of money for something like that. I couldn't bring myself to actually buy one.
Why would you?
Well, I don't know, just nostalgia, just cool to have it. I mean, why do I have those? back there. Same reason, you know. Stevie Slover and his dad both got COVID. Well, I'm glad that you're both still here. I'm sure if I were to get COVID, it would be his fault.
Mm. Sure.
He's like, whatever. Whatever. Shut up, Dad. God. Okay. A19. Ah,
There we go.
goes like
Looks so much better.
this.
I need some numbers. Do you have numbers?
Actually, no, I don't think I do. Actually,
I'm gonna look around.
A23. A23.
Oh yeah, dude.
There we go.
It's only one set.
A23. This goes like so. Up at the top here. Very intricate little detail on your Bandai Mandalorian there. Lots of little things like that, actually. And I guess we set him there. C35. We're almost done, guys. We're at 1 hour 22 minutes. I'm probably going to cut this at 1 hour and 30 minutes, so about 8 minutes left. Like I said, I didn't really have much to do tonight. I wanted to get those shock towers on my Schumacher, and actually worked on his mini truggy earlier in the week. My B6D's done. I guess the next thing I'm really going to focus on is my EB48 for the next round of the Techno Series, but kind of going to take a little break. Kind of been overwhelmed with RC car stuff recently, so it's always good to kind of take a step back. It's kind of why the Christmas break's going to be nice. Kind of just a couple weeks of just not worrying about anything. No podcast. After hours, no after hours. Kind of reset, restart for the new year. Still got a couple builds I want to do. I still got to get that. I got to get that regulator of mine built, and I still want to build this Phoenix crawler back here. So I feel like still quite a bit of stuff that I got on tap for this
Dude, you should email Seth Spikex
next year.
and do a collab.
Yeah.
Like fly out to, pretty sure he's in like North Carolina, something like that. And like bring some cars and your bike. Do you know how fun that'd be? To, like run his trail.
John Haas came in today and bought some tires for Dylan's car for this Friday. That's one thing we do have good stock on still is gold ellipses and dirt webs for the 10 scale cars, just because it's kind of off season for us with that, so we don't sell near as much as we had. So it's kind of nice to come in and know that those are at least going to be in stock. The 8 scale stuff is so sketchy right now. I think we sold those hot race tires this weekend. I think I might go in and order some more. They seem to be okay. I didn't hear any complaints about them, so that's always good.
Oh, what the heck? This front shock has like no shock oil.
I know. Tell me about it. I was looking at your truck last night, and I was looking at all the stuff that needed to be fixed on it. And I was like, I'm just going to make him do that.
I just need to put a little bit of shock oil on it. I think I'm going to do some funny numbers.
Have you heard of using a Yokomo steering link on the servo to take the slop out of the front end? So I think Uh, the little. No, I haven't. On an associated car, I have not. I know the Losi guys are using Yokomo ball cups, but that's the first time I've heard of that. I don't really mind the slop all that much. I always seem to, whenever I try to tighten something up, it always makes the car drive funny. Shoot.
Do you work Friday?
I run races
Oh, yeah,
Friday
yeah, yeah.
because of Trevor now.
Mm.
So, sorry.
Did you figure out why you quit?
Nope, nobody has.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird. There you go. Haha. I have a leg. D17. D. D17. Jason, I'll have to text Will about that and see what he's doing. If that's something they're doing. But that's one reason why we carry Yokomo ball cups now, because I had a couple of the Losi guys, pro guys, looking for them. So wouldn't surprise me. I mean, everybody's so close on their design stuff that it wouldn't surprise me a bit. Okay. A29.
Oh, dude, do you know what would be perfect? Do we have those antenna like holder things for the receiver?
For what?
Just put this flag on the flatbed.
Oh, look in that drawer right there. I usually have one or two of those around there somewhere. A29 and PC20. PC20. Rod, I have not built a Metal Earth yet. Kip has. Kip's built a couple different ones. But I have not gotten around to it.
Here's half of one.
But there's some cool Metal Earth Star Wars stuff, actually. That would be pretty rad. Actually, today we got in a Metal Earth Deadpool that I thought would be kind of cool to build. Put a Deadpool right here on my shelf.
I think I'm gonna bend this and use this.
A28. A28. There we go. Yeah, that's the thing about me and models, dude, is I'm not necessarily a model guy, so I say that and I got like a whole collection of Bandai models, but gluing models, not really my thing. And the Metal Earth stuff is cool, but I guess I've never had the ambition to take one on and get it done. I'm sure it's just like this, where you just snip everything out and... Peter says, I don't know anyone who finished a Metal Earth one. Yeah. They sell really well, though, man. There's a lot of them, and we're getting them in all the time. They sell a lot. Like, we go through them a lot. And there's so many different ones. The catalog started off... I remember when we first started carrying them that they were actually maybe 20 different SKUs, and now there's probably like 100 something. So... Oh, you got the Scorpion? Yes. Yeah, the scorpion looked very, very intricate. All right, there's his foot. And that goes down in there like so. And now C39. PC4. I keep on wanting to say PC principal every single time that I say PC because it's PC4. You know what I have no ambition in building either are those wood, those Russian wood models that we have.
Slider's almost out. It's really annoying.
I bought my brother-in-law and both my brother-in-law's versions of those a couple Christmases ago.
All the guns.
Yeah, the rubber band guns, and they built them, and then they were shooting each other during Christmas time. I don't think it took very long. Didn't seem like it took very long at all.
One.
Did you?
Yeah, for him.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, I remember that now. Yeah, you did. You totally did.
There you go.
Yeah, that's why I'm reluctant to get the Star Trek 1/35th scale. Sorry, 355th scale model because it's so big and you have to glue it, and I'm just not a. I have no ambition to do that at all. Like a glue model, it's just not in my cards. Okay, so this goes up here, and then his foot goes right here. Haha! And now we have a Mandalorian leg. Look at that. That's great. And then that's gonna go like right here, like that. So we got our guy. He's starting to take shape. Okay, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Will you put this back?
Yeah.
I think that wraps us up for tonight. You guys are the diehards. There's like been 13 and 15 and up to 18 all night, but I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. I know it wasn't a lot of RC stuff, but I can't do that all the time. So I'm going to bail, and I appreciate you guys on here. Make sure that you subscribe, like, tell your friends. If this is the first time you've seen this, hit that, leave a comment. I think comments help the algorithms out. As long as it's nice. Don't say anything mean, please.
You suck, Alex.
Yeah, thanks. And then, we do have a Patreon that helps Will Brenton and I out on the channel for the HobbyPlex Show podcast. Just, we're going to try to do some different things next year, and that would go a long way, too. What else? Got a Facebook page. Like that if you haven't yet. I'm sure all of you guys already have, so. All right, so I'm going to bail. I will see you guys later. I'm glad everybody was safe from the storms tonight here in the Midwest, and hope to see you Friday or Saturday. And yeah. Bye.